Thalamus down here. From here to here would be the hypothalamus. This would actually be the optic chiasma right there, but I won't ask that on this. And the whole thing is the diencephalon, but the hypothalamus in the bottom, in the middle, thalamus, and over here you got the epithalamus, which contains the pineal gland, which is right there. Then let's see, medulla oblongata, or I should say spinal cord, and then right about here, medulla oblongata. Just it kind of widens a little bit, and then you're about level with the cerebellum. So right from about here up would be medulla right there, pons right there, and then midbrain there and there. And running through the midbrain, you have the cerebral aqueduct. That leads into the fourth ventricle, which would be all right in here. Usually I just ask the ventricles on the ventricle model, but that's where the fourth ventricle would be, between the cerebellum and the brainstem. Let's see, you got the corpus callosum. Is septum pellucidum on your word bank? I forget whether that's on there or not. It is?
You said you added it.
I don't know if I did or not, but that's, if I did, if it's on there, that's the septum pellucidum right there. It's a little membrane that separates the two lateral ventricles. Frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe back here of the cerebrum, cerebellum. And then, actually this model's probably pretty good for that. Right here would be your central sulcus. And the way to tell it, this is the best model for seeing the central sulcus because you can see it right. So everything from here up is the frontal lobe. Okay, and the frontal lobe is the biggest lobe of the cerebrum, and you can follow it. The sulcus goes all the way down like that. So it's pretty obvious, pretty well identified, I guess you could say. That would make this the precentral gyrus, and that would make that the postcentral gyrus that we were talking about, I think, yesterday. So precentral gyrus, central sulcus, postcentral gyrus, longitudinal fissure, transverse fissure between the cerebellum and the cerebrum, and again some central sulcus right there. I think that's, oh, and temporal lobe over here. Hopefully you got all that. Okay, don't breathe on that so it doesn't fall apart. You got the ventricles. You got, this is the easiest. The two lateral ventricles right there. They're the choroid plexus of the lateral ventricles on either side. Red or pink, it looks like. You got the choroid plexus of the third ventricle. Here's the third ventricle between my fingers. And then the cerebral aqueduct leading into the fourth ventricle and its choroid plexus.